Welcome back to Tractor Doctor TV. Today we're going to talk about how to fix your regulator for your propane tractor. So guys, the reason I'm filming here from my office, if you've noticed from the intro that I'm filming from the office, it has been below subarctic temperatures for the last 10 days. The earlier part of it wasn't too terrible. It got to the point that we didn't break minus 15 for the last few days, our day temperature, and our feel like temperature was a lot lower than that. So I wasn't able to go out to the shop and do a lot of videos. That's one reason why it's been scarce on videos. I know I try to have one out on Wednesdays and then Saturdays for you guys, and I apologize. I haven't been able to do that with the weather. So guys, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to take all the screws out of the backside, and then you're going to gently want to work the back plate off, because you don't want to damage anything. Because with like this the Series R that we're working on, and I'll show clips of here and there, there's really no part. I shouldn't really no parts. There is absolutely no parts out there. I cannot find them anywhere. I even talked to the guys that used to be the local tractor dealership that used to be Moline, Minneapolis Moline. They don't have anything. They can't get them. They said they're obsolete. So the best thing you could do, if the parts are good, is to make sure you don't damage anything, and if you can salvage the seals, and maybe put a little bit of silicone on them when you go back together. But I'm getting ahead of myself there. So you want to pop the back plates off, and you want to look, and on the R's there will be a metal plate, and you want to gently take that metal plate off, and you want to look at the diaphragm, and you want to inspect it to make sure there's no holes or tears or anything. From there, guys, it's just from there you want to turn it over, and on the inside of there will be a little valve, and it'll have a small spring underneath the little valve for opening and closing it. And when it's together, there'll be a pin that sits on that from the diaphragm, and the changing pressures will push down and open and close that valve. And so you want to take the two screws out of that valve, and you want to take it off, and you want to replace the seal underneath it, because they eventually can start leaking, because that's that's pressure, a low pressure area. So eventually the pressure will weaken the seal and overcome it and leak. So you want to take that off, clean that all up, and reseal that. There's a little rubber washer on there that you're going to want to inspect to make sure there's no nicks or holes in it. And if you can, you go ahead and replace it. Then you want to flip the thing over, and then there's a smaller plate that'll have some screws in it. You want to unscrew all those screws, and you want to leave two of the screws preferably across from each other, and slowly work them out, because there's a pretty heavy spring on that. So that helps hold the pressure, regulate the pressure coming into the regulator. There's a valve it'll help make sure it doesn't get overcome by the pressure coming from the tank. You want to that valve there. You will want to take off and clean that all up, And then, guys, it's just reassembling it, and it is exactly the same as you taking it apart, but in reverse. It is put a little bit of sealant on there on the paper seals to help them seal again, to make sure you don't have any leaks there. You want to put all the screws back in where they came from. So I honestly, um, each layer you take apart, I highly recommend putting those screws in their own container or lunch sack or what a Ziploc baggie or little zippy bags, and label them what layer they came from, because you want to put it back in the exact same order. Same screws need to go back into the same holes and such, because they do vary a little bit. And other than that, guys, that is how you put one of those together. So if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you think it's worth sharing, go forward and share it. Please subscribe. It really doesn't cost you a thing. And while you're subscribing, go ahead and go up there and click that little bell and set it up. You can set it up to however you want my videos to come to you, periodically or whatever, full all the time, whatever. So, like I said, go ahead and click that little bell, and then, like always, guys, thank you for coming in and watching. See you next time. Bye.